advertisements, so much of our everyday lives would be drastically different. As technology develops, it strives to fulfill the changing needs of society. This means that technology exists to help us achieve the things that we wouldn't be able to achieve without it. Take on Tech looks at the advantages and downside of technological innovation in a world that is becoming increasingly dependent on new digital technologies. Every Monday at 10:30 p.m.
Well, good evening. This is Sunday Express. Exactly, you can say, 10 days to Christmas. So happy holidays, being the 15th of December 2024. I'm Regina, Manyara, and we have so much in store for you, including updates. I know soccer fans, football fans if you like, are glued to their screens. Manchester United versus Manchester City. My colleague on sports is going to be coming up in not too long. But before we speak matters sports, let's have a sneak peek as to what has been happening during the day in our highlights.
We cannot build this nation on falsehood, on fake news, on disinformation, on propaganda.
President William Ruto cautions Kenyans against anti-development propaganda. Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka dismisses claims of a political alliance between him, President William Ruto, and former President Uhuru Kenyatta. And change of tact. Musicians rally warring communities in Baringo to coexist. Good evening once again. I'm Regina Manyara, and my colleague on sign language is none other than Byron Abuli. Now, the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission has forwarded to the ODPP 47 files of suspects of corruption for prosecution. According to a statement from the anti-graft agency, top state officers and former governors, as well as their immediate family members, have been recommended for prosecution of a theft of public funds. So far, the Director of Public Prosecution has approved 4 of the 47 files forwarded to his office. That's a developing story that you're going to be keeping tabs on going into the week, and further details are available on our very active website, that is www.kbc.co.ke. Now, President William Ruto has appealed to Kenyans not to be swayed by those spreading propaganda, particularly those who wish to see the country fail. Speaking during a church service at Soul Harvest Church in Taveta County, the head of state said that the country's development agenda will not be derailed by naysayers.
3 days, President William Ruto has sustained attacks on his critics who have poked holes in his leadership style. Sunday, the message was no different when the president joined congregants at Soul Harvest Church in Taita Taveta County, where he insisted His government was on track in transforming Kenya.
Let us stop the spirit of negativity in our country. We cannot build this nation on falsehood, on fake news, on disinformation, on propaganda. You cannot hate your country so much to the extent that you want it to fail.
The president noted that government programs are being rolled out, citing the last mile electricity connectivity program that is targeting an additional 700,000 households by 2027. Further, he says Taifa Care and the affordable housing program are also progressing well as planned.
Mpango yetu ya social health ama Taifa Care inasonga vizuri. Mpango yetu ya affordable housing imeshika kasi. Mpango yetu ya masoko inaendelea vizuri. And I am confident we are going to transform our country. We are going to change Kenya. And we will shame the devil.
The president noted the food security plan that aims to increase agricultural productivity has resulted in higher production and reduced food prices.
I am a man on a mission. I don't have the luxury to retreat or to surrender because we must change this country. I have a great dream for Kenya. It's a big vision for our nation. And by God's grace, we are going to transform this nation.
Leaders accompanying the head of state urged Kenyans to register for Taifa Care with the Social Health Authority, SHA. Gishuki Washira, Sunday Express.
To Turkana, where Deputy President Professor Kitui Kindiki has underscored the importance of unity and peace to enable the country address challenges faced by its citizenry. Professor Kindiki said the country can only prosper when there is unity. He was speaking in Turkana County on Sunday, where he applauded efforts by the multi-agency security agencies operating under the Maliza Uhalifu for improving the security situation across the country.
Professor Kitui Kindiki was in Lodwar Sunday, where he hailed the relative calm in Turkana County, saying these are the fruits of joint efforts and the incessant pursuit of peace.
Want to sustain the peace and stability in North Rift and other parts of our country that had serious problems occasioned by bandit attacks. Na mimi nataka niwaambie, hata kama sasa nimekuwa naibu wa rais, nitaendelea kusaidiana na waziri mpya ili mambo ya security katika nchi yetu iwe dhabiti.
The DP further reiterated the need for peace and unity in the country if the challenges first are to be addressed.
Hili tusonge mbele kwa hiyo namna ambayo tumesema. Ni lazima tudumishe umoja wa taifa la Kenya. Nimefurahia kusikia kwamba hapa Lodwar kuna watu kutoka sehemu mbalimbali katika taifa la Kenya wanatafuta riziki hapa na wanaishi kwa amani na watu ya jamii ya Turkana. Hii county imehifadhi wageni ambao walifurushwa nyumbani kwao mataifa mbalimbali. I therefore want to ask the rest of us, other parts of the country, let us emulate what the Turkanas are doing. Tuweke umoja wa nchi, tujue ya kwamba tutafaulu kama tuko na umoja, lakini tukitengana hatutawahi kusuluhisha maswala ya taifa la Kenya.
Professor Kindiki also called for the support of the transformative government programs meant to improve the household incomes for citizens and create jobs locally and abroad through labor mobility.
Rais ameagiza ya kwamba hiyo mpango ya kutafutia vijana wetu kazi kukuwe na usawa ili kila sehemu ya Kenya ipate nafasi katika hiyo program. Na kwa hivyo waziri Mutua alikuwa akuje hapa aliahirisha, kulikuwa na matatizo kidogo ya kimipango.
The DP was accompanied by Cabinet Secretary East African Community and Regional Development Beatrice School, among other leaders.
Politics, Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka says there is no political alliance between him, President William Ruto, and former President Uhuru Kenyatta. Speaking in Gatundu, Kalonzo, however, claimed Uhuru has okayed formation of a coalition ahead of the 2027 general elections. But in Mukurweini, in Nyeri County, former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua appeared to change his narrative, saying that Mount Kenya region will not follow in the footsteps of any other leader blindly.
The surprise meeting of President William Ruto and former President Uhuru Kenyatta continued to spark debate in the political scenes. Self-declared opposition leader Kalonzo Musyoka playing down a possibility of the two leaders engaging in a handshake or a 2027 political pact.
Mazungumzo yalifanyika hapa juzi, naona watu wengi walipiga duru. Kwa mfano, taarifa aliyotoa Uhuru Kenyatta alisema yale waligusia mengine ni juu ya umuhimu wa kuwa na in a democratic state, kuwa na upinzani marudufu, upinzani wenye nguvu. Hiyo walizungumza.
Kalonzo and his allies, who spoke in Gatundu South, where they graced a church service, instead claimed a political coalition akin to 2002 NAC coalition is in the offing, with Uhuru's blessings ahead of the 2027 general elections.
Former President wetu Uhuru Moyei wa Kenyatta ametubariki, tuendelee. Tuko pamoja mpaka na Mheshimiwa Rigathi Gachagua, tuko na yeye. Na Mheshimiwa Matiang'i kwa timu yetu. Mheshimiwa Eugene Wamalwa tuko naye kwa timu yetu. Mheshimiwa Natembea pia tuko naye na yeye.
Former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, who spoke in Mukurweini in Nyeri County, also chipped in, though seemingly changing tune by saying the people of the mountain do not follow leaders blindly, but it is rather the leaders who must act according to the people's wishes.
We have been humiliated. We have been ashamed. Our dignity has been defiled. Our pride has been deflated. Lakini tutajipanga. Within a short time, we will claim back our pride and dignity as a people.
As they call on the government to listen to the people's pleas, both leaders separately maintained the Social Health Insurance Fund is not functioning as expected. However, Majority Leader in the National Assembly, Kimani Ichung'wah, while speaking in Kakamega, refuted the claims as mere propaganda aimed at mudslinging the government.
Sasa ukijisajili Social Health Insurance Fund sahi, uende hapa Ekambuli, hivyo Mheshimiwa Seka amewambia, kwa sublocation yako ujisajili, dakika hiyo hiyo, uende level 1, level 2, level 3 hospital. Hata kama hujalipa hata ndururu, unatibiwa free of charge.
Give us Manyara, Sunday Express.
Now, Rabbi member of National Assembly Kengam Mupe has withdrawn his provision of transport at funerals over claims that it was promoting death in the area. He said the services will be withdrawn for 6 months to gauge reactions from members of the public before deciding whether to entirely scrap or reintroduce them. Rabbi Deputy County Commissioner Joseph Lengiria also warned chiefs against allowing discourse at funerals, terming them as breeding grounds for teenage pregnancies, alcohol and substance abuse, as well as gender-based violence.
Kufikia Januari tarehe 1, ile huduma ambayo nilikuwa ninaipeana ya gari kusaidia wananchi, ukiwa umefelewa, ukiwa ni mgonjwa, huduma hiyo nitaisimamisha kwa miezi 6. Tuangalie hapa katikati watu wetu wasiweze kufa.
Ule chief disco matanga itafanyika kwake. Januari mimi ndaanza kuandikiana naye barua. Na hiyo barua kama itakuwa mzuri, mimi sijui kama mheshimiwa utafuata Nairobi kusaidia yeye, lakini mimi ndapeleka yeye nyumbani. Hiyo mambo ya disco matanga sitaki na sitaki.
Ishafika na ni kubwa kubwa. Kweli? Hii Kristi ni bomba na Blue Santa kupitia star 570 hash option 1. Rudia. Star 570 hash option 1. Iko PlayStation 5 na 55 inch TV na iko 500,000 Kenyan shillings.
Mbuzi moja?
Na mbuzi 1 million Kenyan shillings na Samsung S24 Ultra.
Mbuzi moja?
Iko 2 million Kenyan shillings na iPhone 16 Pro Max.
Mbuzi mbili.
Blue Santa amekuja na zawadi kibao. Nani kubwa kubwa? Hapa kuna ndogo ndogo. Hapa Christmas ni bomba.
Welcome back. This is Sunday Express. Now, a section of artists from Baringa County have appealed for the integration of music and art in the fight against insecurity in banditry-prone areas of the vast Rift Valley region. They spoke during a music concert which saw artists from various communities present their pieces themed on harmonious coexistence.
At the Kenya School of Government in Kabarnet Saturday night, music serenades the air. While it is a festive season, this music and art here is solely to spread the gospel of peaceful living.
Music, as we said, transcend all cultures. The moment we use music sana ku reach out to the community for peace and for nini, and having cultural events and bring different communities together. Hiyo itasaidia sana ku bring peace among communities, because sometimes the animosity is because watu hawa interact,
especially ukipata watu wa different communities wakifanya collaborations, inafanya hiyo ngoma inapenya zaidi into hearts za wasee na kuweza kuchange communities zetu towards kushow wasee majo ni past tense kuishi tribal, tunafaa kuwa tunaishi tribe all generation.
Yeah. Insecurity has been rife among various warring communities in Baringo County and within the expansive Rift Valley. Music, they say, may be an alternative approach for the government to rid the region of the menace and foster development.
We always approach mambo ya banditry from the wrong end. Tunaendanga tukizima moto. Instead tunafaa kwenda tukisensitize, because the community itaenda ikichange as much as you teach them.
I believe if government itatilia manani hizi talents ziko huku, washikilie hizi talents, especially key persons kwa society, community, kama mheshimiwa hapa, kama champion Mungu itamheshimiwa jini mtu wa nguvu sana, tukimshikilia the rest ni history.
The artists have also been carrying out mentorship programs for the youth, pleading with them to embrace education and shun retrogressive practices such as banditry and female genital mutilation.
In recent years, the effects of climate change have exacerbated food insecurity and water scarcity in Kitui County. As crops fail and water sources dry up, the region's farmers face the constant threat of hunger and economic loss. In respect to these challenges, An innovative yet simple technology, sand dams, has emerged as a lifeline for farmers in Kitui County. The sand dams now provide a reliable water source for communities that would otherwise have experienced water shortage.
Kitui County, located in southeastern Kenya, is a semi-arid region that has long struggled with food insecurity and water scarcity. Farmers here have traditionally depended on erratic rainfall to sustain their crops, but with devastating outcomes. An innovation is looking to change things for the better. A sand dam is a structure built across seasonal rivers to trap sand and water during the rainy season. The sand filters and stores the water underground, creating a reliable source of water that can be accessed through boreholes or wells, even during dry spells. Peter Gitonga, the County Executive Committee member for Water and Irrigation in Kitui County, says 472 such dams have been constructed in the county.
Once this water is trapped, now the communities around those areas are able to benefit from the water in that captured in that sand dam. And what we are doing in most of the areas is where we have a sand dam, we are also progressively also developing sump wells. So that now we are able to abstract the water in these sand dams, and then we take this water to support domestic use, to support our livestock, and also to support agricultural activities, irrigation activities around these structures.
A sand dam may benefit between 30 to 150 farmers. It depends with the size of the sand dam. A big one can benefit around 150 households.
Bretta Mongangi is the CEO of Irrigation in Kitui. She says rain-fed agriculture is not reliable.
We want our farmers to harvest all year round, to have a good harvest, knowing that it is not only the rain, but they can use their brains, construct samples, because the rivers are fully recharged by our sand dams.
Alfred Musili knows too well about the benefits of the dams. Alfred uses the dam water to irrigate his farm.
Baada ya hii sand dam kujengwa, tumeona manufaa mengi. Maji sasa iko kila wakati. Sasa mambo ya ukulima tunaendelea na kuzidisha uzalishaji. Saizi tunalima kuliko ile kiwango tulikuwa tunalima.
By providing a reliable water source, boosting agricultural productivity, and improving food security, sand dams are proving to be a sustainable and scalable solution for farmers facing the harsh realities of climate change. Jacqueline Mashara for Sunday Express.
Necessity is the mother of invention indeed, and still another innovative ways that Kenyans are going by is that tonight we bring you a story that highlights the skills and resilience of local artisans whose works have kept traditional craftsmanship alive in the modern world. These artisans balance creativity with the demands of business to produce beautiful handcrafted sandals, belts and bags. But as Roderick Chalo reports, these artisans face challenges ranging from rising costs of raw materials to tough competition. Here's that piece.
The sound of hammers, sewing machines, and the hum of conversations come together in a rhythm of creativity and craftsmanship. This is where we find the heart of Nairobi's thriving leather industry. Behind every shoe, belt, and bag is a story of innovation. 40-year-old Milton Kitema is one of the most experienced shoe designers here.
Hii kazi nimeianza from 2006.
The rich tradition of leatherwork in the community inspired his artisanship at a tender age.
Kutoka utotoni mwangu nimekuwa nikitamani kitu ambayo ninafanya na mikono yangu, na alafu ninapo design inatokelezea.
Through passion and training from a friend, he now mans the shoe design venture alone. For him, it's about creating products that are more than just footwear, but pieces of art meant for those who appreciate nature, patriotism, and cultural heritage.
Tunafanya na Masai designs ambazo ni like a tradition kutoka kwa Masai. Most of the patterns zile tunatengeneza, zingine zina represent something. Kwa sababu ukiangalia kama zile pattern zinatengeneza, kuna zile zinaweza kuwa labda ziko na kacha fulani, zingine zina represent like colors za inchi fulani, zingine ziko na pattern kama za umbo za either nyota ama zingine kama maua.
But what goes into making these designs? Each pair begins with selecting the finest quality leather for comfort and durability. Then the careful choice of bed colors and stringing patterns onto straps.
Lazima kwanza ukae chini na utengeneze pattern yenyewe yenye unachora. Ukishachora hiyo pattern, ukuwa na hiyo pattern, unaitransfer that idea kwa leather.
For complex designs, it can take an entire day to complete a pair of sandals. A layer of velvet is then glued beneath the beads to enhance comfort, giving the sandals a luxurious feel too.
Akishamalizana na mambo ya beads, anakuja anaishikanisha, anaiweka velvet chini. Akishaweka velvet chini ili kuwe smooth kwa mtu akiweka isikuwe ina mgwara mgumu.
Thereafter, inner soles are cut to precise sizes and sewn with decorative stitching, adding a unique touch to each pair.
Cherehani naye anapiga ule uzi wa kufanya decoration, na anapofanya hiyo decoration inakuwa ni kama stitching.
The outer sole is then cut and all straps, inner soles and outer soles assembled and securely bound using a rubber mallet. For a smooth, refined finish, a machine is used in the final step, replacing the traditional sandpaper.
Tukishaifinya inashakuwa to the size, tunaipeleka kwa machine. Kuko na grinder ambayo tuna smoothen na tunaimake all around according to the size and the shape of the shoe.
In sourcing materials, Milton brings in high-quality soles from Spain and beads from China.
Most of them we get from the companies we have around. Tukienda side ya beadwork, beads, kuna zile tunatoa China, tunakuwa important from China, na zile zingine Czech Republic. Na Czech Republic ndio wanatupatia the best quality of the beads.
This venture is major livelihood for skills along the production chain. The skills needed to excel in this trade are extensive, ranging from patience and creativity to innovation and marketing. Of course, challenges are a part of the journey, from expensive raw materials to competition from low-quality products. The open-air workspace is at times hinders productivity, come rain or shine.
Tunafanya na leather. Za zile kuko na mvua, hizi shades zetu azitukumbalishie tufanye kazi.
But this hasn't dampened Milton's ambitions.
Matarajio yangu ni expand from where I am today, niende kwa product ambao itakumbalika hata kila mahali popote.
He also intends to modernize his equipment to enhance precision in designs.
Zile mashini tunatarajia ambazo zinaweza tusaidia kwa hii kazi yetu ni mashini ambazo nikishaweka kama ni leather, nikishaiweka kwa machine inakata according to the size. Kwa sababu ukiangalia katika technology sahihi na wale kampuni ambazo ziko so much advanced, wako na hizo machines, ukishaweka leather inajikata according to the size you want.
That precision will give them an edge in the competitive markets.
That was the voice of my colleague Kaschada Masha there, voicing that piece by our very own producer-director, that is Chalo there. So you can get further details, or rather, just you missed it, you can get it on our website. Now, environmentalist and the Green Thinking Action Party leader, Dr. Isaac Kalua, Green now wants the government to immediately put a moratorium on the export of raw timber. Kalua says the export of timber is contributing to environmental degradation and rapid deforestation.
Isaac Kalua Green says President William Ruto's target of 15 billion trees by 2032 may not be achieved as a cartel is now working against the coals and is actively involved in cutting down trees, especially the eucalyptus trees, for export.
a silent tragedy has continued to unfold in our nation. This was laid bare in an expose in the last few days in our media, that more than 6 million eucalyptus trees, and when I talk about trees, you can imagine it's not just one type of tree, this is just what has been exposed, which is the lifeblood of our industries and communities. These have been harvested and lost.
According to Kalua, the government should recalibrate its efforts and focus them on conserving the environment and improving the country's forest cover, as it emerges Kenya may be manipulating its forest cover numbers. Kalua, who has been championing the president's message of improving the country's forest cover, says there lies a danger in a clique of greedy people keen on sabotaging the grand plan by pushing deforestation, but for their selfish gain.
I'm here to sound the alarm and to advocate for an immediate, comprehensive, and decisive action. In this crisis, it is not merely an environmental issue. In the way that I see it, and the reason why I have called out that I speak about this, it is a multifaceted challenge driven by weak regulations on one side, deeply hidden agendas, and of course, the misuse of international trade systems.
Kalua has also called out a clique of individuals who he says want to grab Karura Forest. Tilio Marco for Sunday Express.
Parents are being urged to strike a balance between worldly pursuits and spiritual life when bringing up their children. Speaking during an annual Quran recitation competition that brought together 5 children homes across the county, religious leaders said the pursuit of life shouldn't distract the young ones from learning and practicing the teachings of their religion.
Jamia Mosque, Nairobi. The mosque played host to the UN Siraj organization's second annual Quran competition for 5 children's homes. One after the other, these young ones took turn in reciting the Quran verses. The judges keen on any slips by the competitors in the different categories. At the end of the duel, Zamzam Islamic Center scooped top prize, followed by Mangu Islamic Center in Mama the Habu Children's Home. The judges explained the essence of the competition.
Inamkuza kwa madha, kwa maisha na tarbia ambayo taishi nayo kwa Uislamu. Maana sisi manhaji yetu ni Qur'ani. Na hii kufunza watoto Qur'ani ni sunna ambayo Mtume Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam ametuachia sisi.
This second edition of the event drew participants from children's homes to also highlight their plight.
Hopefully 1 or 2 kids might get scholarships to go to Saudi and further their Islamic studies. And even more so, we don't even need that scholarship. If we even get homegrown scholarships where these kids can be empowered, these kids can be taken up in positions whereby they get real-time education, Islamic education, whether it's Islamic, whether it's tertiary, secular, doesn't matter.
Maana sasa hivi watu ambao wanaokoa 50, 60, 70 hao ni jua ambayo inazama. Ama hao watoto ndio jua ambayo inafanyaje? Inachomoza. Wao ndio watoto sasa hivi ndio wanaanza kwa maisha yao. Fanini wabakisheni kwa hii manhaji. Hii manhaji ya Qur'an. Na yule ambaye anatembea na Qur'an hakuna kitu ameasarika kwa hii dunia.
Isafar reporting for Sunday Express.
On that note, Sunday Express tonight takes a quick breather, but when we're back, we're going to have more news, including that update from the sporting arena, where currently Manchester City versus Manchester United at 6 minutes of extra time, with Manchester United leading with 2 goals against a solitary goal by Man City. To keep it right here.
570 hash. Option 1 kuna PS5 na ni full package na inakuja na JBL Party Box. Hiyo boom experience pia iko.
Say bye-bye to FOMO, the fear of missing out, by downloading the KBC Online app that gives you access to everything you love. Get the latest news, sport,
is a class
music, entertainment news, live radio, and so much more at the palm of your hands. To get the app, simply search KBC Mobile Digital App in your Google Play or App Store and download the app. Catch what you want, anytime, anywhere. Stay connected. Stay ahead with KBC Mobile Digital App.
Welcome back. This is Sunday Express. Now, the Somali community in the country organizes Somali Cultural Festival and Business Expo at the Manyara waterfront in Mombasa County, where they showcase their cultural heritage. The Free Somali Cultural Festival is sought to foster peaceful coexistence among communities living in the coastal city of Mombasa.
It was celebrations and merrymaking at the Manyara waterfront in the port city, as thousands of locals thronged to witness the third Free Cultural Festival and Business Expo, an event organized to showcase the Somali cultural heritage. According to the organizer of the two-day event, Ahmed Mohammed, Mombasa was chosen because of its richness in culture and tourism and a way to promote peaceful coexistence among communities living in the cosmopolitan port city.
We as a community are very greatly involved with enterprises and businesses within Kenya and beyond. Our richness is our diversity. So the whole idea of this event is to promote coexistence and harmony between communities.
Mombasa County Commissioner Mohamed Noor assured visitors of tight security, highlighting that such cultural events have been held successfully in the region without any insecurity incidents.
Mtu yote asikuwe na wasiwasi, usalama iko imara. We have deployed a lot of officers kwa town, kwa mahoteli, kuna tourist police, kwa mabeaches tuko na KWS. Wote wanashughulikia mambo ya security na nafurahi mpaka saa hii hakuna major incident ambayo imetokea.
Ambassador of the Federal Republic of Somalia to Kenya, Jabril Abdullah, who graced the event, hailed the organizers for combining entrepreneurship and culture, underscoring its importance to presenting Somali culture and cuisine to Kenyans.
The people have closely shared so much, so it was an opportunity where Somali community in Mombasa and large in Kenya are sharing their cultural background, sharing their aspiration as a people.
Abdullah, however, urged the youths to learn their cultures and take risks to venture into business. Martin Maslin for Sunday Express.
Now, leaders in Marsabit County have pledged to use cultural festivals to unite pastoral communities, promote peace and foster cohesion to support development. Speaking in Nairobi County during the Burji Cultural Night, Chief Guest Principal Secretary, State Department for Arid and Semi-Arid Lands and Regional Development, Harsam Akello, highlighted that the cultural festivals would encourage the residents to collaborate in building peace and social cohesion.
Thousands of Burji community professionals and political leaders from Marsabit County assembled at the Bomas of Kenya, Nairobi County, to commemorate the annual Burji Cultural Night, where they showcased the diverse cultural expressions, including music, dance, chants, oral traditions, and traditional foods. Honoring the occasion as chief guest was Principal Secretary, State Department for Arid and Semi-Arid Lands and Regional Development Harsama Kelo, who urged elected leaders to make passionate pleas for peace across the region.
Tumeona njia moja nzuri ya kuleta hawa jamii pamoja ni njia ya utamaduni, kwa sababu utamaduni ya pastoralists wengi ambao wanaishi Northern Kenya iko na umuhimu ya usalama, iko na inasisitiza ujirani mwema.
The sentiment was echoed by Marsabit County Senator Mohamed Chute and former Treasury Cabinet Secretary Ukur Yatani, who pleaded with the area leaders to put aside their political differences and work collectively to build peace, strengthen social ties, and share resources for the benefit of the entire county.
Watu wamechoka na mambo ya kusema huyu ni clan fulani, huyu ni kabila fulani. Hiyo kitu lazima isimame, ikome kabisa kwetu.
Lengo letu ni kuhakikisha kwamba kaunti letu la Marsabit tutaiboresha, tutarejesha amani na tutarudi kwa ile msafara ya kutafuta maendeleo.
The event serves as an opportunity for the locals to address issues of peace and conflict as well as celebrate their diverse cultural expressions. For Sunday Express, I'm Christine Matunda.
Beautiful, right? Now, to the counties where economic instability, unemployment and poverty have been cited as major stressors contributing to mental health complications among Kenyan men. According to a section of men from Kamwangi area in Gatundu North, Kiambu County, the pressure to provide for their families under harsh economic times increased stresses and anxiety as well as depression. While details of this and our stories from our counties.
Speaking during installation of new members to the Catholic Men Association at Our Lady of the Holy Rosary Kamwangi Catholic Parish, men led by Mwaura Wawaithera stated that men's role as the primary breadwinners subjects men to a lot of stress and mental health challenges.
Wanaume si kama wanawake, vyenye wanawake wakienda kwa vikundi zao huwa wanaogereshana na wanasema zile shida wako nazo, unapata ule mama ana heal kutokana na yale majibu watapewa na wamama wengine, lakini sisi wanaume haswa huwa hatuongei, lakini sasa vyenye umeshikana na wanachama na huwa tumeshirikiana huwa tunaongea.
Elsewhere, SCK Mount Kenya Central Bishop Reverend Dr. Timothy Gishere has urged couples to shun violence and embrace dialogue to sustain coexistence and strengthen families. He was presiding over solemnation of marriage for 10 couples at SCK St. Barnabas Ngoeini, Kanyenyeini Ward.
We would like our marriages to remain firm, husbands loving their wives, so that whatever we do in marriages, we will continue to show the love of Christ in our lives.
Waende kanisani wale wanauana ni kukosa kusikilizana, kukosa kuelewana. Hii maisha inakuwa gumu na hii maisha mpaka muelewane na ule mko na yeye bibi yako.
Meanwhile, children living with cerebral palsy, autism and other conditions in Kericho County received an early Christmas treat organized by well-wishers led by Arise and Shine Foundation at Baptist Church in Kericho Town.
Tukusanyike pamoja, tule chakula pamoja, tufurahikie pamoja, na hili pia mtoto mlemavu aone ya kuwa hayuko peke yake, ama caregiver asione ya kuwa katika changamoto ambao anapitia ya kuwa hayuko peke yake.
Finally, Kilifi County Governor Gideon Mungaro and Watamu Member of County Assembly Ibrahim Matumbo have warned the police in the area against harassing Mnazi sailors during the festive season.
Kabla tuende sikukuu, nishaongea na mkubwa wa polisi wa Kilifi, tutakuwa na mkutano na wamama wa Mangwe. Kwa hivyo mtachagua wawakilishi wa kila sub county waje kwa hiyo mkutano. Tutawaruhusia watu wafanye biashara yao ya mnazi, tutawapa leseni.
Kasi Chena Masha, Sunday Express.
With that wrap from the counties takes us to our break. When we come back, we're going to be looking at what is making headlines in the sporting arena. Do not go.
nilifanya kitu nilikuwa liingileta kwa kitu nilifanya hapo siku nyingine.
Wewe ni fruit tu.
Ama kama hii chakula hii inafanya watu wanashiba mpaka wanalala.
Kuna mtu amegonga karai teke?
Mimi sijaona mtu amegonga karai.
Kugonga karai teke ni
Ni nani amekufa? Endo kuangalia, nenda kwa kuna wewe.
Matope. Uchoto, tope.
Na napumua.
Sasa pumui namna gani? Mtu utaonaje kama mtu anapumua? Si usikie.
To sports now, and we start on a high where Kenya's darts team emerged victorious as the curtains fell on the darts competition for people with disabilities at the Aga Khan Academy in the ongoing East African Community Inter-Parliamentary Games in Mombasa County. The Kenyan team clinched gold in the team event, asserting their dominance in the sport. Tanzania secured the silver medal while Uganda took home the bronze in the race for darts supremacy. This marks Kenya's first ever win in the team title. In the individual front, Turbo Member of Parliament Janet Sinitei won silver in the women's standing darts category. She triumphed 2-1 over Jessica Ababiro of Uganda and beat Khadija Taya of Tanzania 2-0 before losing 2-0 to Hamisi Mwantatu of Tanzania, who clinched the gold. Ababiro settled for the bronze. In men, darting darts event, the Kenya's George Mbogwa bagged the bronze medal, while Tanzania's Ali Mwata and Uganda's Mumamali Mpindi won gold and silver, respectively. Congratulations to the winners there. Now to soccer, back home. League leaders KCB Witness run continued after losing 2-0 to Shabana FC in the Kenya Federation Premier League match played on Sunday at the Gusii Stadium, Kisii.
Brian Mishira and Aguero Lastborn scored a goal in each half to hand Shabana FC an emphatic win before their enthusiastic home crowd at Gusii Stadium.
Matthew Tegisi! Brian Mishira Migiro!
The win catapults Shabana to 5th place on the log with 20 points. On the other hand, despite the defeat, KCB remains top of the standings on 24 points.
Ostino Dongo alitulia kweli kweli ndani ya 18.
Meanwhile, Tusk FC moved to join top after defeating Bidco United 2-1 at Dandora Stadium. Ryan Ogam grabbed a brace to hand the Brewers the win.
Very composed, utulivu wa hali ya juu. Alichukua muda wake akajiandaa, akajua nikipiga hapa basi Toldo anashindwa kuokota mpira ule. Anaweka goli lake la 11 msimu huu. Kisii amemtoka wa kwanza. Anaandaliwa tena Ryan Wesley.
Bidco pulled one back through Simon Munala. Sofapaka played to a 1-1 draw with FC Leopards while visiting Mathare United, drew 2-2 with Bandari. Murangasil returned to winning ways cuts of their 1-0 victory against bottom side Posta Rangers.
Beatrice Soy emerged the winner of the inaugural Peter Ndegwa and Friends Golf Tournament held at the Muthaiga Golf Club, Nairobi. Meanwhile, 360 Eco Warriors won the one-day 360 degrees Climate Institute Soccer Tournament held on Sunday at the Highway Secondary School in Nairobi. Eco Warriors beat Highlanders FC 1-0.
FC from Ngong succumbed to a 1-0 defeat against a well-drilled 360 degrees Eco Warriors from Muranga. The lone goal was scored by Joseph Kagoye in the 39th minute to seal the victory for the Eco Warriors. The tournament was held to raise awareness on the need to construct baby crests at 360 degrees institutes and raise the funds for the same.
We are demystifying academic stigma within our youth by giving our youth skills and also nurturing them and getting them opportunities for attachment and incubation in industries within our republic and within our country, where they are able to practice what they have learned in school.
We just want to be associated with them because they are doing a wonderful job.
Meanwhile, Beatrice Soi was crowned the overall winner of the inaugural Peter Ndego and Friends Golf Tournament held at Muthaiga Golf Club. Playing off Handicap 27, Soi, the Muthaiga Golf Club ladies vice captain, posted an impressive 45 Stableford points to emerge the winner in a field of 200 golfers. In addition to her overall victory, Soi also clinched the nearest to the pin award in the ladies category. Joan Kangenjo claimed the ladies' top prize with 35 points, narrowly edging out Florence Marangu, who posted 34 points. Benson Theory won the men's title, staving off challenge from Nofal Koka.
Golfers, a very appreciative crowd, might surprise many, but it's fantastic to see more than 200 golfers coming to play today and enjoying themselves, especially as people gear up to go for the break, both Christmas and New Year.
Well, as we bring Sunday Express to a close, is that particular derby between Manchester City and Manchester United ended with Manchester United at the top, scoring 2 goals against Man City's solitary goal there in a match that was played this evening, and a match that is highly anticipated, especially in the top 5 teams of the EPL that include Liverpool ahead with 31 points, Chelsea in second with a goal difference of 31, that is. We are also looking at 36 points to Liverpool, putting it at the top of the table. Chelsea is coming in with 31 points and has a game tonight against Brentford at 10 p.m. Arsenal continues to hold position 3 there with 30 points. Nottingham Forest coming in fourth with 28 points, while Manchester City has 27, and that loss there is not an easy one to take for Manchester City. And just earlier on, we also got reports that Manchester City manager Pep Guardiola has said he has no regrets after signing a 2-year contract extension despite the club's current struggles. Tomorrow is Monday and we're going to be having Sports Check. So see you soon, see you tomorrow. That puts a cap on Matters Sunday Express, and as I said, tomorrow is another day to make it better. I'm Regina Manyara. Have a pleasant evening.
Usifanye nifanye kitu nilikuwa ningileta kwa kitu nilifanya hapo siku nyingine.
Wewe ni fruit tu.
Ama kama hii chakula hii inafanya watu wanashiba mpaka wanalala.
Kuna mtu amegonga karai teke?
Mimi sijaona mtu amegonga karai.
Kugonga karai teke ni
Ni nani amekuva? ndo uangalie nenda kwa kuna wewe.
Matope. Uchoto, tope.
Na napumua.
Sasa pumui namna gani? Mtu utaonaje kama mtu anapumua? Si usikie.
Kalume, kwa nini ukamuumiza Jasiri?
Waongelea kuhusu nini wewe?
Mimi mazungumzo gani? Niache niende Kalume, lakini hebu niache.
Nina hakika. Na next kama ningempata hata mmoja wapo, angenitambua.
Ati nini?
Kwamba mtoto huyu hana adabu kama babake.
Hivyo maanisha kusema huyu Karembo ni mfanyikazi muhimu sana ndani ya nyumba.
Ukiendelea kunipigia kelele humu ndani usinilau. Huyu Karembo anaka urembo fulani kakurembe.
Kwa tunayefanya hapa kisiwani mimi najua.
Mimi naitwa Cleopas Onyango, natoka Siaya, niko na bibi na watoto 3. Na mimi ni fundi wa Dixon. Natengeneza friji hizi za kampuni yetu, natengeneza microwave, natengeneza hizi TV zao, natengeneza hizi mablender zao zikifail kwa wenyewe. Hizo ndio nasimamia. Mimi sikuzaliwa nikiwa hivyo. Ni hali ya nyumbani. Kitambo kwetu hakukuwa na hospitali. Hata ilikuwa ni shida sana kupata hospitali karibu. Sasa unajua kupata wende udungwe ile polio, singeweza kufika hapo. Wazazi walikuwa chini. Sasa ndio ugonjwa wa polio ikakuja wakati umepata haujadungwa polio sindano. Unagonjeka na kuwa hivyo. Na hospitali ni mbali, lakini kama kungekuwa na hospitali karibu haingeenda hivyo. Wangepeleka hospitali wangangane nitembee. Lakini nimegonjeka nikiwa na kama 13 years. Vile nimegonjeka tu nikatoka shule. Juu sasa singeenda kuendelea na shule, na uwezi enda shule na hiyo hali. Juu ni kitu imechukua muda sana ikinisumbua. Mara mguu inauma, mara nini, mara kichwa pia inauma. Najua hiyo kitu ilikuja na problem mingi. Hali ilikuwa mzee, kwa vile yeye ni mzee sana, yeye akaniambia, wewe ile kazi sasa naona unaweza fanya juu huwezi endelea na shule, enda uchunge watoto ya wale wadosi huko, ndio niweze kupata kujikimu kwa maisha. Yeye pia ni mzee, unajua yeye ni mzee sana. After hapo nikapata tu pesa kidogo hapo kwa hiyo kazi. Dada yangu akanileta huko Kariobangi kwa ndugu yangu mkubwa. Sasa kaishi na yeye nikijifunza hapo kwa soko. Unaona hiyo soko ya Kariobangi hiyo, hapo ndio nimejifunzia kazi. Kuenda wakasema hawezi chukua mtu hajasoma mahali pengine. Nikapata mwingine naitwa Tony. Ndio sasa nikakaa na yeye akanitrain practical, akaniambia hata kama hujasoma lakini nitakutrain practical kidogo mpaka nikaelewa kazi. Akanipenda because nilikuwa naenda mapema pia kwa kazi. Juu sikai mbali na hapo kwa duka wa soko. Tulikuwa natoka hapo hizo nyumba za City Council naingia mapema hata bila watu wote kuingia. Akaniheshimu, akanipatia mamlaka. Sasa mimi ndio nisimamie wale wanafunzi wanachelewa, naandika jina yao. Kuandika naandika tu. Kazi nimefanyia watu wengi sana. Nimewatengenezea TV zao zote, wote ni TV. Naenda kuna wananiita kwa nyumba, naenda na watengenezea vitu zao. Vingine naenda nakomboa gari, nachukua nabeba, natengeneza na warudishia. Shida ni wengine wako na madharau kiasi. Ukienda kwa manyumba zao hawataki hata ukae kwa kiti. Anakuambia hiyo kitu hautatengenezea hapa kwangu, wacha nikutolee nje na kuletee viti zingine, ama kuletee box, kalie box ukitengeneza. Jua naona ni kama utamchafulia nyumba. Challenges ni spare. Kupata spare ni shida, because spare zile sasa ziko local sahi si mzuri. Unaweza nunua spare hata ikatae, inaleta shida sana. Hiyo ndio challenges kubwa niko nayo hapa sasa. Hii kazi yangu naipenda sana, na ndio naona natembea na tools zangu. Juu mtu anaweza nipigia hata nikiwa kwa njia, hata kwa gari nashuka, ananimuuliza tu ni wapi nataka nikuje. Naenda, asiulizi mtu, nauliza tu direct, naenda peke yangu nafanya. Kama hakuna njia ya kutoa, naambia mwenyewe nisaidie na mwetu ama soja alitolee, kama ni TV iko pale juu, soja anitolee aniwekee kwa meza, nitengeneza alafu anirudishie juu, siwezi fika juu. Lakini kuna zingine napanda paka stool nitoe peke yangu kama si kubwa sana. Kuomba hiyo si kazi, because hiyo hapana. Hata uwezi kuwa na marafiki, hakuna mtu anaweza kuwa na marafiki ya kuomba ati na kuombanga sasa sisi ni marafiki, haiwezekani. Hii imefanya nipate marafiki wengi wa maana sana. Juu wengine wanafurahia ile kazi vile niko na namfanyia kazi, hata hawezi peleka kitu yake mahali pengine. Kuna wakati niliambiwa niende GPO nipewe contract na serikali, nikasema nazaenda huko nisimamie kufanya hizi stima. Unaona hizi stima hizi za light ya usiku ya county. Ikawa sasa ni process mingi sana. Unajua kusimamia hiyo kazi si ni kujua tu ni nini nahitaji na niko na watu yangu wenye wanazafanya hiyo kazi. Hiyo tu. Ile nataka kuambia serikali watukumbuke.
My name is Christopher Munene. We have worked with the Cloffers for so many years. I think it is almost 15 years. And he's a very good technician. We have got no any problem with him. We like him, and that's why we work with him only at the moment. He's the one who checks all our electronics machines. Number one, I would like to thank the chairman of the company, is Mr. Parker, and also the director of the company, Mrs. Parker, because when they looked at him or they took him, they said he's one of the people we are supposed to help, and actually he has shown his capability of working with us, even if he has got that disability. So he's a good guy. We have so many disabilities people in Kenya, whereby others they are in the streets. They are borrowing money, they have nowhere to work, but they have that capability of working. So, and I would just like to encourage other companies, like the way Dixon's Electronics they have done, to pick those people outside there and give them jobs, because they normally say that they want to work and they want to show other people that in the world they can work. So just to encourage them not to look at what they are, just to see what they can give out as people. Disability doesn't mean that you are weak, you are strong. So just focus yourself and believe whom you are, and definitely you'll succeed in life.
Ishafika na ni kubwa.
Kweli?
Hii Kristi ni bomba na Blue Santa kupitia star 570 hash option 1.
Rudia.
Star 570 hash option 1. Iko PlayStation 5 na 55 inch TV na iko 500,000 Kenyan shillings.
Nambuzi moja?
Nambuzi. 1 million Kenyan shillings na Samsung S24 Ultra.
Nambuzi moja?
Iko 2 million Kenyan shillings na iPhone 16 Pro Max.
Nambuzi mbili.
Blue Santa amekuja na zawadi kibao na ni kubwa. Hapa kuna ndogo, hapa Christmas ni bomba.
Thank you for joining us on Healthy Living. Stay connected to Voice of America at voanews.com. A look at your kidneys and how they impact your health. And an expert discusses chronic kidney disease and how to protect yourself. And Ivorian psychologist Noor Bakayoko shares some insights on bullying and what can be done.
It's important to avoid major events or major health crises.
How do you know if your cough is due to a serious condition? We'll have some answers. Stay well
and strive to make every day a healthy day.
Hello good people, this is Save a Life. And Save a Life tunazidi kubadilisha maisha pamoja. Thank you for your continued support. My name is Dr. Joseph Moreni. Save a Life tuko Kenya nzima. In all the 47 counties, tunaendelea kubadilisha maisha through your support, through what you sacrifice. Be it 100, 1,000, 2,000, 10,000. May God bless you. Na Mungu, akubless, akuzidishie. This Christmas, this time to reflect what God has done in your life, and as well as sharing the love with others, sharing with our neighbors, sharing with the less fortunate in the community. So this is the time to give. This is the time to partner with Save a Life. Save a Life will give you that opportunity to serve God. Ukiwa pale